So if you remember, guys, we discussed about brief about the VPC Nexus. So what happens is, if I have Nexus 1 and Nexus 2, which is connected to any switch, downstream switch, so we'll create a VPC, and these two switch will appear as a single switch to the downstream switch, and the port channel can be created. If they are two different switches, the port channel will not come up. And how we do that? The first thing is we enable the feature VPC. If we do not enable feature, it will not work. The second thing we discussed that we have to put both of them in a domain, and the number should be same. Whatever number you will put on switch 1, Nexus 1, you have to do the same on Nexus 2. The third thing is we'll under VPC domain, we'll create the layer 3 link, which is known as peer keep alive link. And the first thing we say is destination. For example, destination of 2 is 1112, this IP. This is 1112. And I'll say source is, say, for example, I'm doing this on switch 1 or Nexus 1. So destination is 2 and source will be my 1111. And I will specify VRF. If I don't specify the VRF, by default, it will take VRF management. And to understand that, we start with VRF management. So I'll go to this switch. I'll go to the management port and say IP address 1111, whatever it is, 24. I do the same thing on second switch. And before I configure this command, I should be able to reach or check the reachability. I'll go to 1 and I'll say ping 1112. If I just say ping 1112, it will use the default VRF. There are 3 VRFs or 2 VRFs basically, management VRF and default VRF. Management port is in the management VRF. Rest all the ports of a Nexus is in default VRF. So if I'm pinging this, which is actually in a VRF management, it will not ping. So I have to specify VRF management. If I am able to reach, if I get the replies, then only I'll go to this command. So reachability should be checked first. The next step is I'll create a peer link. I'll go to the interfaces, say this is E1 and E2, 122. I'll say channel group, give any number. This number is locally significant. Mode active. We do not say mode on here. For this, I have to turn on feature LACP. So I create this port channel, then I go to the port channel, and the main command I say is you're not a normal link, you are a VPC peer link. This is the important command.
So
Now,
Sanjay,
yeah,
port channel is mandatory.
No, but I have never seen, without this single link.
Uh-huh.
So I have seen even
Because
if you, yeah,
we tried with single link, so there is no option for a VPC peer link command.
okay, then it is mandatory. But the point is, even if you're using a single link, we always put that in a port channel for scalability reasons. Because if that goes down, if that link goes down, everything will go down. A lot of issues will be there. So minimum to minimum, try to have 2 ports. But even if you have any reason for not putting it, put that single port in a port channel. But this is important, VPC peer link. Apart from this, you can give the other commands like, switch port mode trunk or allowed VLAN, whatever. Because in one of my organization where I was working previously, we had 2 data centers. One is data center, one is backup data center, BDR. So in the first data center, they put this link as switch port mode trunk. They did allow all the VLANs. But in the second data center, what they did, they allowed only the VLANs which are created, not all the VLANs, which is actually a best practice. So you can say switch port mode trunk and switch port trunk allowed VLAN, whatever VLAN you want to allow. That is okay. But this command is important. And finally, I'm just reviewing what we did last time. And finally, the downstream link, the actual virtual port channel. I'll go to, say this is link 3, interface 3. I'll say channel group, maybe 2, whatever you want to give. You can use mode active or mode on, depends on the downstream switch. If he doesn't support LACP, you have no option, you have to say mode on. Guys, are you getting some background noise?
No, it's fine, Sanjay.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Okay. So mode active or mode on, whatever. And then the main thing is go to this port channel and say you're not a normal port channel, you are a virtual port channel, and give it a number. Now, practically, this number can be different from this number, but recommendation is use the same so that troubleshooting will be easy. So these are the steps which we perform to bring a virtual port channel. Any doubts in these, guys?
Yes, Sanjay.
Yeah.
Let's suppose we have a 7K switches.
Mm-hmm.
So can we create a VPC with 2K? Because 5K support 2K, maybe 7K is not support 2K.
No, no, 7K also supports 2K, but
No,
uh,
7K support 2K, but we can't create a multi-channel third channel with 2K and 7K compatibility issue.
okay, let me check the
I'm
hardware.
just read out in Cisco blogs.
No, no, that's
That's
okay
why I'm
because there
asking.
are a lot of limitations, and it all
Yes.
depends on the hardware
No,
we have in the office.
no issue with 5K, but 7K we have issue.
One more thing, Sanjay. Just
Yeah.
suppose we have two soup engine in our chassis,
Mm-hmm.
or we use the management port as a keep alive.
Mm.
So just suppose main active soup is down from one side. So keep alive is working or not?
Give me 1 minute, guys. Mohit, is it you? Sachin, you asked that question, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Sachin, can you just type in the chat for me in the meantime? I have a lot of things to cover, and so I'll make sure I'll answer everything in detail. So can you
Okay,
just
okay,
type it in the
okay.
meantime? Because if I don't recall exactly whether I had 7K with fax or 5K with fax in my office earlier.
तो 7K के साथ 2K करते हैं तो बैक टू बैक VPC करनी पड़ती है 5K लगा के डायरेक्ट नहीं है शायद.
VPC, that is not allowed. Let me see. Okay, I'll write these things down. It will take a lot of time. This is 5.
VPC deployment 7K deployment का पार्ट है ये
If I
according to Cisco press.
so we don't have fax configuration. Oh, okay. This is a normal switch. This is Windows 7, so we don't have lab. Okay, Mohit, you asked this question.
In chat,
Yes sir.
क्या आप मेरे को chat पे लिख दोगे question please, guys?
Okay.
from my side regarding the soup and keep alive.
Okay, yeah. I'll keep a note of all the things together and I'll come back. Just trying not to. What is this bash?
CD boot flash. Enter. Type in semicolons taking or not after CD. Now it is in a bash mode.
What's bash mode?
It will not take any command.
Okay, now it is loaded. I think this seems to be good now. But it is not showing.
It's showing Nexus was right.
It was? Yeah, that it is. Okay, I
Yeah,
got it. Boot.
boot flash. This is-
Okay, it is working now, I believe.
Sanjay, in peer link, they just suppose we have a peer link, and the peer link they synchronize the ARP and the control plane. Need to be run any command, or by default it synchronize the ARP. Hello, Sanjay. Mohit bhai, audible हूँ मैं?
You're audible.
So it is supported, right? Try to unmute yourself, guys, if you're comfortable.
Yes, Sanjay.
So see connecting effects to Nexus 7K.
Yeah, but back to back 7K. Not only when we use 7K for VPC
Mhm.
and our below switch are not 2K only.
Not
Just scroll and check deployment part.
Yeah, this is 7K, this is fix.
Yes.
So it is not working, you're saying?
Yes.
But as for this, it supports, right?
हाँ, इसमें सपोर्ट लग रहा है लेकिन
Mhm.
मैंने इसके बारे में पढ़ा है कि 7K के साथ फैक्स सपोर्टेड नहीं है। वो किस सिनारियो में नहीं है, फिर ये अभी नहीं है,
शायद उसका कुछ
लेकिन
एक्सेप्शन होगा इन दैट केस, राइट?
सो लाइक संजय, ये फैक्स फैक्स के एंड पे तो हम लोग पोर्ट चैनलिंग नहीं कर सकते ना?
नहीं,
Fact-
टू 5K के साथ कंपैटिबल है,
हाँ,
7K के साथ
हाँ,
नहीं।
5K के साथ कंपैटिबल हो जाएगा, बट अगर फैक्स के कि एक
नहीं
तरफ हम
नहीं,
लोग पोर्ट
5K के साथ 2K लगा रहे हैं, फैक्स लगा रहे हैं, तो कंपैटिबिलिटी है।
हाँ, मैं
7
अच्छा अच्छा, ओके।
तो कोई डायग्राम टोपोलॉजी है तुम्हारे पास जो मुझे तुम दिखा सको कि ऐसे चल रहा है, ऐसे नहीं चल रहा?
तो संजय सर, अनूप सर का भी है उसमें एक, इसके ऊपर एक पूरा चैप्टर बना हुआ है।
किसका?
यूनिनेट के अनूप तिवारी, अनूप सर थे ना जो पहले यूनिनेट में पढ़ाते थे।
हम्म।
तो उन्होंने भी यही उसमें बोला है कि 7K के साथ सपोर्टेड नहीं है 2K, तो उसीलिए फिर थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन है।
7K के
क्योंकि
साथ 2K सपोर्टेड नहीं है, या 7K के साथ
वीपीसी
VPC में 2K सपोर्टेड नहीं है?
वीपीसी में
अच्छा,
वीपीसी में बात हो रही है।
ओके।
तो मे भी ये इंटरव्यू में आ सकता है क्वेश्चन, तो इसलिए थोड़ा जरूरी है कंफर्म होना।
नहीं ठीक है।
और इस वाले डायग्राम में ये 7K कनेक्टेड है नीचे से सर्वर से, तो फिक्स पे भी कुछ
लेकिन
कॉन्फ़िगरेशन करना है?
नहीं, संजय सर इसमें ध्यान से देखिए, फैक्स की सिर्फ केबल एक स्विच को जा रही
हाँ
है,
हाँ,
दूसरे को
एग्जैक्टली,
नहीं जा रही है।
दूसरे को नहीं जा
अगर
रही।
दूसरे को देंगे तो इशू करता है, इसी में आपको मिलेगा डिप्लॉयमेंट में, मैंने इसी ब्लॉग में पढ़ा था, इसी पीडीएफ में पढ़ा है मैंने। हाँ,
ये
ये आप
वाला।
नीचे चेक, ये देखो नीचे सिनारियो आ गया इसका, फेलियर सिनारियो ये रहा, इनहेंस वीपीसी नॉट सपोर्टेड।
Enhanced VPC not supported. Please be one
क्योंकि
long backs.
मैंने पहले वो वीडियो देखी थी, फिर मैंने फाइंड आउट किया तो मेरे को ये मिला था, तो इसलिए 5K के साथ सपोर्टेड है। अगर 2K कर रहे हैं हम तो वहां इशू नहीं है।
Okay. Okay, default है इसका मतलब NextOS 01 ही था ना, NextOS B01। इसके हिसाब से तो नहीं है सपोर्टेड फिर, तो फिर मैंने 5 के साथ किया होगा, 5 के साथ अर्लियर। ठीक है। Okay guys, it should be very simple and let me explain to you. So in this topology, you can see the diagram. Do you see my screen, guys? मेरी
Yeah,
screen आ
yeah.
रही है? Okay. So we have Nexus 1, Nexus 2, and this is Nexus 3 is the downstream switch. We have taken Nexus 3, but we could have taken any device here. So what he's saying, the management IP on the first Nexus is 192.168.0.71. Nexus 2 has 0.75. They need the management connectivity, and that will be used as a VPC VPC keep alive. E1 by 1 and 1 by 2 will be used as a peer link in a port channel. And the downstream interfaces will be in a virtual port channel 51. It should be very simple. And he's saying, okay, erase the previous configuration with write, erase, and reload. Then configure VPC between 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2 are peer, VPC peer. 1x1, 1x2 ports should be used in a port channel 1 as a peer link. So this is the layer 2 link. E1x1, 1x2 should be in port channel 1 and it should be used as a peer link. Then one management IP is .71, Nexus 2 management IP is .75, and use this port for the peer keep alive link. So this management port should be used as a peer keep alive. Then the downstream ports should be in port channel 51 and VPC 51, these four. And all the port channels should be trunk and use LACP. The question is clear, right, guys? I hope it should be
Yeah.
very, very clear. It is a basic one.
Yes, Sanjay.
So let me do that and ask me if you have any questions. We need 2-3 minutes more.
Sanjay, meanwhile, you explain my point, which I ping in the chat.
Sachin,
Yes.
give me a minute. Where it is. Did we get a message? No. Yeah. About yes. Okay, sorry. So Sachin, the question is, if we use management port as a keep alive,
Yes.
and in both chassis we have two soup engine active. So what happens is when we give an IP address, you will see only one management port, even though
Yes.
if you have two supervisors.
Yes.
So if the primary is working, so if I give an IP address to the port, that will be given to the primary supervisor management port.
Yes.
Suppose it goes down, then that the other management port will show up and the first one will show down, and the IP configuration will be given to the automatically to the second management port,
Eh,
right?
no, no. Actually, I read one document in particular document
Hmm.
tell that once active means primary supervision is down,
Hmm.
so need to be put the manual thing to the secondary manual thing or replace the cable.
Uh, Not clear. Okay, can you give me the document, please?
Just suppose primary one side two primary supervision there. One is the A side, second is the B side.
Hmm.
A side primary supervision supervisor engine is down. So disconnect the cable from the A side and connect to the other side, B soup engine.
Uh-huh. Okay, that is also possible, but generally what happens is, long back what we did is we connected this management port to a switch, two
One second,
cables.
I send one document, read it.